Hey, welcome back everybody. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Hank. I'm a metal guitar player, but the channel here on YouTube is all about music. And let's go back to the beginning. It is new guitar day. Let's check this thing out. Let's see what we got here, man. Yeah. All right, man. First things first, let's tune it up. Next, I'm going to check the nut height, basically bar across this third fret, and that'll leave an opening over this first fret. A perfectly cut nut, I think, leaves just enough room for it to go ting, 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 ting. Just a little bit of space. Yeah, the highs cut good. The unwounds are cut pretty good. The wounds are a little higher. Nothing super high, so the nuts cut decent. Next, I want to check the truss rod adjustment. So I'm going to fret the first fret here, bar it across. And I usually put my palm across the 15th down here, and that makes a straight edge from the 15th to the 1st. You can tap across here and see how much neck relief is in it. There's just a tiny bit too much relief in it. So what we might do is tighten the truss rod just a little bit. Most people use feeler gauges for this stuff, but after you've been messing with guitars a while, you can just eyeball it, you know? Somewhere around 0.008 is the typical feeler gauge adjustment. You just got to look, your high E is a 0.009. So you just kind of got to tap and say, hey, is that moving about the width of a 9? No, that's moving quite a bit more. Yeah, this truss rod probably needs at least a quarter turn. Let's go ahead and do that. Everything looks pretty clean in there, man. A lot of times you'll see like polish and stuff in there from where they didn't clean it out on the buffing wheel. Looks pretty clean, man. Here's the Allen wrench that was provided to adjust the truss rod. There's tension on there, so that's good. Usually with a Floyd Rose, I'll drop the bar. It takes pressure off of the adjuster screw if you drop the string tension and then tighten it and then let back off. But since I can't do it with this, I'm gonna do something you're gonna think's real weird, because when we tighten this, we're straightening it up more. We're pulling this bow out of it. So what I'm gonna do is lay the guitar across my leg right here, right? That's just putting tension in the direction we need to go. And then I'm probably gonna give it a quarter turn. There we go. That's all I'm gonna turn it for right now. Looks a lot better. I check my action at the 21st fret, get one of these little steel ruler thingies here. I don't know where I got this, I don't remember. I've had this thing over 20 years. Right now it's 3/32. I want to knock a 32nd off of that. I set my action at 1/16 at the 21st fret. The bridge can come down, so I guess that's a good thing, because if it was laying all the way flat, you wouldn't be able to lower the action unless you shim the neck. Keep a close eye on what's going on here. That way if something's twisting or you're breaking something, you can see it. Okay, pose is moving. All right, let's try the treble side. Come on. Come on down, man. I don't want to shim the neck on this thing. That's such a pain, dude. It's moving, yes. So that is all the way down. If it's not as low as I want on the treble side, the only way to go lower is shim the neck. Best thing to do is forget about them Stuart McDonald wood shims, man. You can take some tinfoil, you can fold it in shorter lengths and make a tinfoil wedge. That's the best thing I've ever used. I have some of the StewMac shims, so I could use those too if I want, but I prefer tinfoil, man. You just got to fold it in a wedge, you know. You keep overlapping shorter as you go and it makes a wedge. Anyway, let's see what we got here. That is just over a 16th. It can come down just a tiny bit more, and I can come down more on the bass side. Boom, 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 That's an old Tone Loc song. He sampled it from somebody else. Oh yeah, the treble side is way down. So good, we got enough room to work with. So you don't have to shim the neck on these guys. All right. I came down way too far on the treble side. I need to come up here and I need to go down a little bit on the bass. Yeah. Oh man, that's just almost right out of 16th. I think it might be close enough. Yeah, let's check the treble side. It's just a touch too low still. How this works is it's like a screw. When you're screwing in, you're lowering, you know, screwing a screw out to the right. It's going to raise it. The bridge is resting on this thing here. So right there. Come on, come on. This stuff here is why a lot of guitars are more expensive. Because you got to pay somebody to sit at a desk and do this. And you got to get that stuff right, man, on a $3,000 guitar. Check the bass side again. I think that's perfect, dude. No fret outs. Next, I want to set the pickup height. Usually what I do on my guitars, I will start out at like 4/32, which is, 16th, 8th. I'll fret my guitars at the 21st fret again. I don't know why I chose 21st fret. I guess it's because I've played Strats for so long. I fret at the 21st fret and I'll go an 1/8 inch bass side, maybe 3/32 treble side on the humbuckers. I start with that first and then you can raise them up if you want more output. I'm going to shut up and just fast forward while I adjust these. Okay, next we need to check the intonation. So you tune the string up, 12th fret harmonic, and that's flat. So we're gonna have to set the intonation. Something I do also is I'll check the notes on the other frets because sometimes the nut can interfere, and if you just go off of the 12th fret alone, it's a little bit off. But like I play like the 3rd fret, that note is sharp, 3rd fret. Flat. So how you adjust the intonation is these saddles slide back and forth on these screws. Like this fretted note on the 12th is flat to the harmonic. That means we need to shorten the length of the string. How you do that is you move this saddle forward. These saddles will go back and forth on these adjustment screws right here. By shortening the length of this string, I will make the fretted note go sharp. And you got to line the fretted note up with the harmonic on that 12th fret. That's how you intonate these guitars. So the fretted note is pretty flat on this, so we got to move this saddle forward. Turning in the loose direction is making the saddle come forward. This is kind of a pain if I got to pull the string off every time. Hold that to the side. Now from working with a Floyd Rose, I know just about, because you got to ballpark the saddles on those unless you got a special adjuster tool. You just got to do it by sight, because when you loosen those, the saddle just flies around. Okay, we're going to like check it right there. Once you move the saddle, you got to retune the string back up to E. Harmonic. Fretted notes better. You guys get the gist of this. So what I'm going to do is speed through this pretty fast because it's boring, but just know fretted note flat, you need to shorten the string. Fretted note is sharp from the harmonic. You need to lengthen it, which will make the fretted note flat. That's the best I can tell you. So we'll speed through this a little bit and then I might do some OCD adjusting off camera. See, like that one's on, the D is on. One thing I just did is I did the E, did the D, and what the saddles usually do, they'll be like in 3 diagonal, and then the unwounds will do the same thing. So you'll have staggered like this. So what you could do to kind of ballpark it better, like if you got a Floyd, you can get the E in, get the D in, and then you know that A is somewhere in between, you know, which is right about where it's sitting. So let's double check the A. G's pretty close. Ease right in, dude. B's a little bit sharp. Since it's a tiny bit sharp, need to make the string just a little bit longer. Close enough. And you can double check and it's still got the stagger to it. So you know you're in the ballpark. If you start having to adjust it way out of that stagger, then you know something's up. You're not doing something right. I'm always reaching for the bar and it isn't there. Anybody that's wanting to learn guitar, if you can spend a little time like I did and set it up, this guitar will play just as good as a real expensive guitar. Well, that's it for now. Thank you for checking the video out. You guys have a good one. I'll see you next video. See you later. Bye.